But I low-key know why. It's gonna sound bad when I say it, but I know why like people be so annoyed with white people. And it's because like they do annoying shit and they know it, but they don't care. And like it's annoying. Like, for example, I just came from the store. I'm still in the parking lot, but I just came from the store and I'm driving through a neighborhood. And there's a group of white people. I don't know what it's called, but you know those things where like it's like a group of like 4 to 6 people and they're all on a bike pedaling and shit. They're doing that on a street in the middle of a neighborhood. That's an activity for a park. That's an activity for a certain type of environment. And where I'm at, there's a lot of places where you could do some shit like that at. There's plenty of places, actually. There's quite frankly a couple places I can name where that activity could take place. But for some reason, you want to do this in the middle of a neighborhood, in the middle of the street. I'm driving a car. This is not a park. This is not like a fucking after school special. This is a street. People got jobs, they gotta work, they got kids. Why are y'all pedaling this bike, drinking in this neighborhood? Like, they do shit that inconveniences other people, and they know it's inconvenience. Because I'm sitting behind them in the car and I'm staring dead at them, and they're looking at me like they're uncomfortable. And it's like, yeah, this is uncomfortable because you should not be here. They do things in environments that it doesn't fit the scenario, and then when everyone's like uncomfortable or it's like a weird moment, they're like, oh, sorry. Like, no, you shouldn't be doing this here. Go do that somewhere where it's conducive to the environment. You know, they do annoying shit like that. Or like gentrification. Like, I went to this play last night, and the play was about these siblings that owned a coffee shop, and the theme of the coffee shop was gentrification. Okay, cool. But the problem with gentrification is that like it's just not conducive to the environment. It's not that you're a bad person for building a coffee shop. It's that you're kind of pricing people out of their homes and their neighborhoods. Like, that's kind of inconvenient. And you know, they act like they don't know, but they know. You know, they act like, oh no, we're just here for the people and we're just doing this because we love. And you know, even in the play, and mind you, these were white people who made this play, but even in the play, they were like, oh, we just love coffee beans and we just are so like, you know, emotional about this, and it's always been a life goal. No, the hell it hasn't. Y'all trying to flip that money. Look, you might be fooling everybody else, but y'all ain't fooling me. They be sitting around gentrifying neighborhoods, making businesses just, you know, to wash that money that they don't care about. That's why they don't care about like all the other consequences of it, like all the consequences of gentrification, pricing people out of their communities, you know, raising the price of whatever, you know, same shit. But they don't care because they don't care about this business. They're literally just washing money. They're actually just washing money. Like, that's it. Like, they don't care. They actually don't care. And then excuse me, a lot of people will be like, oh, well, they're just like, you know, they don't really understand. And I hate that y'all be trying to pacify white people. Like, so you think they got a 7-figure business being stupid? You think they scaled their business to 7 figures in 4 years being stupid? You think so they just don't understand what they're doing? No, that's bullshit. They know what they're doing. They don't care. I don't really care neither until it directly affects me, because it do be annoying. Like, they just be doing, I don't know how to describe it, bro. Like, they just do shit like that's inconvenience. Why are you fucking cruising, pedaling a bike in the middle of the street in a fucking neighborhood? Like, there's not 1,000 parks around here that you could literally do that at. You can act like I've done it at parks. I'm not against it, but why do it in the middle of a fucking neighborhood? Like, this is not, you know, they just be doing shit, bro. And I kind of do understand like why people say they're annoying. I get it. I love white people, but I love everybody. But I also don't fuck with nobody. But I understand why certain people do be like, no, get away, because like, yeah, y'all be tripping sometimes. But that's only a certain type of white person though, so you really can't, like, you can't judge a whole group of people for some shit like that. Like, you can only, like, that's case by case basis. It's just they have more of the what's the word I'm looking for? They have more of the ability to do shit like that, but that's not all white people. That's a very certain type of white person who is a gentrifier and does all this shit. So I'm not blaming the race of people, but we can't ignore like what race they usually be. Like let's be real, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm at a Whole Foods right now, so what do I know?